Millennials spending 4 hours in Vegas without touching a slot machine, casino marketing budgets shifted entirely to sports betting apps, and gaming floors redesigned as social media photo opportunities. The problem wasn't that people stopped gambling. It was that they stopped gambling the way casinos needed them to. This is where generational preferences collided with casino mathematics. This is where entertainment evolved faster than the industry could adapt. This is where Vegas learned that being iconic doesn't guarantee being relevant. Here is what is at stake. If you think Vegas is just going through a rough patch, you are not facing a temporary downturn. You are facing a fundamental shift in American gambling culture that threatens the foundation of a $60 billion industry. The average casino visitor now spends 40% less time gambling than they did in 2010. But certain demographic groups have virtually abandoned traditional casino games entirely, choosing sports betting, skill-based games, and non-gambling entertainment instead. So here is what we are going to cover. I am going to walk you through 7 specific trends that are reshaping Vegas forever. I will explain why each shift is happening, what casino executives are not telling investors, and what this means for the future of gambling in America. The data tells a sobering story. According to the Nevada Gaming Control Board, visitors aged 21 to 35 now spend 65% less time on slot machines than previous generations did, while Gen X players typically sit at a machine for 45 minutes. The average millennial lasts just 12 minutes before walking away. Their gambling budget has plummeted too, from $600 per trip in 2015 to just $380 today. You can see this shift in how casinos are being redesigned. The Cosmopolitan transformed 30% of its slot floor into Instagram-worthy lounges and retail spaces. Why? Because internal MGM data revealed that millennials were spending more on food and entertainment than on gambling. Caesars removed 500 slot machines from prime floor space to add experiential attractions instead. The deeper problem isn't just financial, it's psychological. Focus groups consistently show millennials view traditional slots as boring and mindless. Their instant gratification culture clashes with the slow, volatile pacing of slot machines. And in an age dominated by social media, solitary gambling can't compete with shareable experiences. Casinos have responded by investing billions in non-gaming amenities, restaurants, nightclubs, and shopping areas. Their skill-based gaming initiatives largely failed due to regulatory complexity. Most telling of all, properties now market themselves as entertainment destinations rather than gambling venues. Since legalization in 2018, sports betting revenue has exploded by 300%, while traditional slot revenue declined by 15%. Mobile sports betting now accounts for 85% of all sports wagering in Nevada. Meanwhile, revenue from table games has dropped by 22% as players migrate to sportsbooks. The physical transformation is striking. DraftKings and FanDuel kiosks now occupy premium casino floor space that once housed high-limit slot machines. Circa Resort was built entirely around sports betting, eliminating traditional casino games from its main floor. Station casinos converted their poker rooms to expanded sportsbooks due to overwhelming demand. Why the shift? Sports betting offers the perceived skill element that slots lack. Mobile apps let people gamble without visiting a casino. And with a house edge of just 4 to 5% compared to 8 to 12% for slots, informed players are voting with their wallets. The industry's response has been pragmatic. If you can't beat them, join them. Casinos are partnering with sports betting operators rather than competing. They're integrating sports betting into loyalty programs and replacing traditional slot machine banks with live betting lounges. The numbers don't lie. The slot machine count in Nevada has fallen 18% since 2010, despite new casino openings. Revenue per slot machine has dropped from $280 per day in 2007 to $280 per day in 2007 to $280 per day in 2007 to $190 today. Most telling, prime floor space now generates more revenue as restaurants than gaming areas. Bellagio removed 200 slot machines to expand its conservatory and shopping areas. Wynn Las Vegas converted slot areas to luxury retail, generating 3 times the revenue per square foot. Even downtown Las Vegas casinos are replacing slots with food halls and entertainment venues. The economics simply don't work anymore. Slot machines require significant floor space for declining returns. Maintenance costs are increasing while revenue per unit decreases. and younger demographics actively avoid slot machine areas entirely. Casinos have responded by creating hybrid entertainment/gaming spaces that replace traditional slot floors. They're focusing on higher denomination machines for a smaller, dedicated player base, and they're converting gaming space to revenue-generating non-gaming amenities at an unprecedented rate. Today, non-gaming revenue represents 65% of total casino revenue, up from 45% in 2000. Visitors prioritize dining, shows, and social experiences over gambling. The average Vegas trip now includes just 2.5 hours of gambling, down from 6 hours in the 1990s. The newest properties reflect this reality. Resorts World Las Vegas allocated only 40% of floor space to gaming, versus the industry standard of 60%. Fontainebleau was designed as a lifestyle resort with gaming as a secondary amenity. The Area 15 entertainment complex generates higher per-visitor revenue than most casinos, without traditional gambling. Instagram culture drives demand for photogenic, shareable experiences. Gambling is viewed as an antisocial activity by younger demographics, and casinos now face competition from entertainment options that didn't exist during the casino boom years. The industry has invested $50 billion in non-gaming amenities over the past decade. They've formed partnerships with celebrity chefs, entertainment brands, and luxury retailers. Their marketing has shifted from gambling promotions to lifestyle experiences. Baby boomers, the primary casino customers, control 70% of U.S. wealth but represent a declining percentage of visitors. Millennials have 40% less disposable income than boomers had at the same age. Gen Z shows the lowest gambling participation rates in Nevada Gaming Control Board history. This economic reality is reshaping casino floors. High-limit slot areas remain profitable due to wealthy older players. Penny slot areas are being converted to other uses, as younger players can't sustain losses. Casino loyalty programs have been restructured around non-gaming spending to attract younger demographics with limited budgets. Student debt and housing costs have reduced discretionary spending among younger generations. Wealth concentration among older demographics creates an unsustainable customer base. When your primary customers are literally dying off, you have a business model problem. Casinos have responded with lower minimum bets and micro-stakes gaming options. Some have introduced controversial payment plan gambling and credit programs. Many are focusing on international tourism to offset domestic demographic challenges. Online gambling revenue now exceeds land-based casino revenue in multiple states. Mobile gaming apps provide a gambling experience without travel costs. Cryptocurrency and NFT gambling attracts tech-savvy demographics away from traditional casinos. Nevada casinos are lobbying for online gambling expansion to compete with other states. Virtual reality gambling experiences have been tested but failed to gain traction. Meanwhile, blockchain-based gambling platforms operate outside the traditional regulatory framework. The fundamental problem: technology evolution is outpacing casino adaptation capabilities. Regulatory restrictions limit Nevada's ability to compete in the online space, and the traditional casino experience feels increasingly outdated compared to digital alternatives. Casinos are forming partnerships with online gambling platforms. They're developing mobile apps for loyalty programs and promotions, and they're investing in technology infrastructure for future digital integration, but they're playing catch-up in a game that's moving too fast. Current trends suggest the traditional casino model will be unsustainable within 20 years. New casino construction is focused on non-gaming amenities. Gaming revenue as a percentage of total revenue continues declining annually. Proposed Las Vegas developments emphasize entertainment, retail, and hospitality over gambling. International casino companies are expanding in Asia while reducing Vegas investments. Local gaming companies are diversifying into non-gaming businesses at unprecedented rates. This represents a fundamental shift in American entertainment preferences. The regulatory environment favors other states for gambling innovation, and Vegas brand recognition may not be enough to overcome these structural challenges. The industry response has been massive capital investments in non-gaming infrastructure. They're lobbying for regulatory changes to enable innovation, and they're making strategic pivots toward entertainment and hospitality focus, essentially hedging their bets against gambling's uncertain future. So now you know the 7 specific trends that casino executives desperately hope will reverse themselves. And more importantly, you understand why this isn't a temporary adjustment, but a permanent transformation of American gambling culture. Every trend is supported by Nevada Gaming Control Board data: declining slot revenue, generational shifts, sports betting growth, experience economy dominance, wealth gaps, technology disruption, and industry pivoting, all documented in official reports. Casino properties are businesses designed to extract maximum profit from every visitor, with traditional gambling generating over 35% of casino revenue in most properties. But when that percentage continues declining year after year, even the most successful casinos must adapt or face extinction. The mathematics of casino games haven't changed, but the mathematics of customer behavior have evolved completely. The house edge means nothing if nobody wants to play the game.